Hello, welcome to Grade 6 Team Pathfinders ELA. My name's Amanda Liskovec, and I'm going to give you a little insight on your language arts class for this year on the Pathfinders team. So, just a little bit about me. In my spare time, I love to do lots of crafts. I do things like diamond painting. I make creations with resin, make some jewelry. My biggest obsession right now is 3D printing. And I like bringing in my prints and showing my students my new little creations I make. While I'm doing all this, I do love listening to audiobooks. I think audiobooks are a great way to get more reading in if you can't just sit down with a regular book. Sometimes audiobooks make the reading more interesting and sometimes easier to understand. So if you are someone who struggles to be able to sit down with just a regular ordinary book, try an audiobook. They're pretty nice. And if you haven't heard, I do love collecting toys and I like displaying them all around the classroom. So if you haven't seen it yet, hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do because I do it just as much for you as for me too, because it makes it a little more fun learning experience. So my family, I'm married and have two daughters and have a dog. The picture at the very top is the four of us after we had just completed an escape room at Crocker Park. We just barely made it with like a minute and a couple seconds to spare. So, we saved the city. That was kind of fun to do. Highly recommend if you're looking for a family activity. My oldest daughter is going to be a sophomore this year at Magnificat High School. She's autistic, so she has a couple different therapies that she does throughout the week, one of which is her horse therapy. She's become quite a good equestrian. She did her first show this summer and got a couple ribbons there. That's a picture there. And she does music therapy and has learned to play the violin, the ukulele, and currently the electric guitar. And then we have Leah, my seventh grade daughter, who is at Avon Middle School this year. She is a cadet Girl Scout working on her silver badge, and she plays the piano and does tennis in her spare time. And then we have Timber. He is our rescue dog that we thought was going to be an Australian Shepherd, and he turned out to be a Catahoula Leopard. And we just love him to death. He is the sweetest little boy, big boy, I guess. He's a baby when it rains outside, though. He does not like getting wet, which is funny because Catahoula Leopards are water dogs, and he does not like the rain. Here's some current pictures of my classroom. If you notice, I do love color and I love books. We have our own little classroom library with classroom jobs, and one of which is being a librarian for that. I've been teaching now for 23 years. This is my 24th year. I got my undergrad at Baldwin Wallace College, my master's at Cleveland State, currently working on like some classes through Ashland to renew the teacher's license that teachers do. So that's just a little snippet of the classroom. What to expect? So for language arts, we don't do grading like how math does with in typical classes, probably that has like your classic grade, your homework grade, your test and quiz grade. We do it in the four components of reading comprehension, vocabulary, writing, and grammar, so that if you're struggling in a certain area, we can focus on that to help you become a successful student. So some resources that we use for the classroom, other than the typical, supplies that you need. Every day you should have your plan book. You are given time at the start of class each day and reminded each day to write your homework in your plan book. And at the end of the day during intervention study hall, you are again reminded to write everything down in your plan book. So there should be no reason you come home with empty plan books. Grades are posted at the end of the week on Gradebook. So if you want to see updated grades, either check on Friday or that following Monday. Any late assignments will not be posted till the end of the week. Canvas is probably the number one source that I feel is super beneficial for everybody involved. Students, myself, parents, family members, whoever. as having daughters of my own that are around your age, I understand how it sometimes can be confusing to figure out what type of things are going on in the classroom and where to get that information. So I try to post everything where it's easy to find on the daily agenda that's posted on the announcements page. And you'll be expected to know where this is and how to use it. And don't worry, I'll be teaching you how to do that. And then lastly, having a library card. So if you have one, great. If you don't, that's okay. You'll be given chances to apply for one if you'd like. But we do go next door to the public library for a couple times during the year as like little mini field trips. And we do activities there. And it's always fun to be able to get out some books there while we're there too. So communication in regards to how I'm communicating information with what we're doing in the classroom to you. The biggest one is through Canvas. I post every single day the agenda. And if I can link something to that agenda, it's going to be linked there. So if you're absent and you check it, you could come back to the classroom almost as if you had not even missed the day prior. When I'm absent, my expectation is for you to check the agenda because even though there is a sub there, I'm going to be communicating to you through that agenda. So it's super important to have that, and it's super helpful to have that. And then lastly, the Pathfinder homework calendar. You'll be shown that also. It's really nice way of having a glance at all 4 core classes and what they have for their homework. It doesn't go in such detail as I put for the agenda, but it gives you the basics there. And I always have linked the agendas to the homework calendar, again, to make it easy for you. Here is a screenshot of what the announcements page would look like when you go to it for language arts class. So as you can see, the most current one would be posted here. This is from obviously last year. And when you would click on the link, it would take you directly to the daily agenda and then all the links that are there. So it's listed by each and every day. So if you know what day you're absent, you know what day to click on and look at. And if you clicked on that, this was last year's daily agenda. And if you notice, if there was a presentation or notes or video, you're just going to click on that link and it'll take you right there. So you get what we've done for, all the activities we did for the class, all the homework that was listed there. So you have all the information you could possibly need. And then this is a screenshot of the Pathfinder homework calendar. So in each spot, you would see just the general homework for each class, which is, I feel, super helpful, just to double check what you have written in your plan book versus what the teachers have assigned. I would highly recommend bookmarking this page. It will be shared with you probably through all your classes. I will have a link posted in Canvas for you to get on and then bookmark it to your computer. And then if you notice also, I will have links for each of your core classes on this page. So if you have this page bookmarked and you want to see something more in depth on what we did that day, if you click on the link, it will take you to that daily agenda page. So that, again, more convenient to you, trying to make it as easy for you as possible so that there's no confusion, no questions, and you can be as successful as can be. So I hope that helps. Obviously, in class, we'll be going over things more in depth, but if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I look forward to a great year. It's going to be a fun year. 6th grade is a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see you soon.